Now, as a man who spent most of his life outside, surviving, protecting, providing, mothers, sisters, I aspire to be a stay-at-home dad.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB the Flair. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got tonight's conversation, and the topic is it okay to be a stay-at-home dad? Is it? But before we get into that, man, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe. So, man, we got this video here where you got a brother, man, who I don't know if he's being sarcastic, but also being real at the same time. But at the end of the day, it's still a good conversation to have. But pretty much the question is, ladies, would you date a man that wanted to be a stay-at-home dad? Now, for me, right, my question is, do you think it's okay for a man to be a stay-at-home dad? Me personally, I would say yes and no. The reason I would say yes is it will be a bad look for the man because, number one, as a man, you're supposed to be working. Point blank, period. You're supposed to be working. If you're not working, then what the hell are you doing? Right? And I'm not talking about taking care of no kids, watching kids all damn day, none of that, being a stay-at-home father. I'm talking about actually going out working. Shit that a man is supposed to do. Another reason is because it's already going to have, you're automatically going to have a negative stigma towards you. In the sense that, number one, black women sit over here and down stay-at-home fathers. Like, let's be real, right? You have a lot of men who want to be stay-at-home fathers. And what do black women sit up here and say? Man, y'all got bums that sit over here and stay on the couch, do nothing, do this, just do nothing, have no job, this and that. That's who she's talking about, right? So when you have this brother right here, who's pretty much, saying, man, listen, I done did my time, I done worked, I done did this, I done did that. I want to be a stay-at-home father. Guess what black women are saying? You got bums and who will stay at home, who want to stay at home, do nothing, sit on their ass all day, this and that and third. And it's like, okay, right? So this is who you're talking about, right? Because once again, it just has a negative stigma to it when you're a man. For a prime example, there's no way I can sit over here and tell my homeboys or tell any man, you know what, hey, I'm a stay-at-home father. My wife goes out and go makes all the money. There's no way a guy is going to look at you and say, I can respect that guy. There's a negative stigma about a man being a stay-at-home father because you're supposed to be out working, right? And a lot of men are going to look at you and be like, she probably runs that household, right? She probably runs that household. But like I said, man, you got him right. You got this brother right here. He's just being funny. To some degree, he's just being funny, but also I feel like he's being serious. Guys are automatically gonna look at you and be like, there's no way, bro. Like there's no way you have control in the household, man. If you're just sitting at home watching some damn kids, which a woman is supposed to be doing, right? I mean, and a lot of women are gonna be looking at that. Oh, that's not, man. We're not supposed to be just sitting down watching kids. Yes, you are. We're living in a time where women can work. Women can go out and go pay bills and do this and do that. So hey, look, if we're looking at it as a whole, I don't see an issue. I don't see an issue with a man wanting to be a stay-at-home father if they have a system for it, right? So what I mean by that is you do have the woman going out, she's making all the damn money, but she's still coming home and understanding he's still the man, he's still the head of the household, and he's doing what I guess a stay-at-home father does, take care of the kids, do this and do that, right? I can see how that would be all right. But that negative stigma is always going to be there. It's always going to be there. But let's go ahead and jump into this video.
Now, as a man who spent most of his life outside, surviving, protecting, providing, mothers, sisters, I aspire to be a stay-at-home dad. No, but when I say I joined...
Right? It's crazy, right? It's crazy when a guy want to say he wants to be a stay-at-home father. But, hey... Listen, if a woman says she want to be a stay-at-home mother, hey, it's not an issue, except for the women who swear that these women are pick-me's. But once again, right, you got a man who's saying, well, I want to be a stay-at-home father. That's not normal. Hey, a lot of people are going to laugh at you, especially black women. A lot of black women thrive off of calling a man broke and dumb and bust and dusty and this and that, don't have a job, don't want to work. They want to go ahead and put that image on a black man. They're always doing that. So when you're sitting over here saying as a black man, well, I want to be a stay-at-home a stay-at-home father, a lot of black women gonna be looking at that and be like, yeah, he's just a bum. He just want to live off the woman, right? He's the one to live off the woman. She makes all the money and he brings nothing at home, right? And that it's gonna be real iffy. And don't be surprised if you are a man and you want to be a stay-at-home father, and some women look at you crazy, and you even got your own lady looking at you crazy and be like, you know what, shit, I run this household. Don't get upset, man, when she's disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, as a man, you're supposed to work. You're supposed to work. You're supposed to take that role on being a breadwinner, right? Not everybody can be a breadwinner in a relationship. Not every man is going to be a breadwinner. But at the end of the day, like I said, for me, as long as you have a system, I think it's cool for a man to want to be a stay-at-home dad, right? Because too, think about it, right? As a man, for a lot of men, they really don't have that time to be able to kick it with their kid, to be able to hang out with their child like that. But you know, you being a stay-at-home father, you get that opportunity to be around your kids. And for me, in a sense, it is a good thing, because once again, we need a lot more men in boys' lives. We need a lot more men in women's lives, right? In little girl lives. So you got a father who's staying at home. You're building up that connection, right? You're building up that connection, and the more time they spending with you, the better they will get at understanding certain things as they get older. That's just me, though.
And this is why we say there's not a safe space for men. Y'all did not have to laugh like that.
I mean,
Go ahead, Mike.
No, it's all right. Like I've been outside. I've served my country. I did 5 years in the military. After that, I spent 10 years on the road, over 300 shows, over 300,000 books sold. I'm tired. And I've accumulated credit, Christ, and capital. And I don't need to leave my home to make money. And now that I do that, I wish to be at home. Now, if that means there's my daughters with me or my sons with me, then so be it. If you want to call me a simp because I'm changing my daughter's Pampers because I don't have to fight in traffic because I'm off that, then call me what you want, just don't call me broke.
Talk that shit, Mike.
And I hate when women say, man, there's no safe space for men to express their emotions. There's always a safe place. Nigga, I mean, we got the freaking internet. The women use it as a safe place, so shoot. Men can use that as a safe place too. This idea that men don't have a safe place to express their feelings is bullshit. First of all, we got therapy. If it's that bad, go to therapy. We always have a therapist. You might have to pay a little bit of money, but we always have a therapist. We always have a friend, right? We always have a friend. Now, depending on the type of friends that you may have, is going to determine on the type of advice that you get, right? But once again, if you decided to pick, if you vetted your friends right, you're going to have friends that's going to try to guide you in the right direction. Right? That's really all people may need is friends. But you have a therapist. Men have therapists. Men have friends. Right? Men have parents. Men have girlfriends, wives. They can go out here and go express their feelings to. Right? It's just not incentivized to express your feelings as a man. Right? Men aren't incentivized to go out here and express their feelings every single time they have an inconvenience in their life. So, so as a man, we have safe places. We have safe places. We have places where we can express our feelings. Right? It's just that some guys just don't utilize them, right? And a lot of times you don't need to utilize them because for a lot of guys, it's just an inconvenience in the life. You don't need, you know what I'm saying? We all have inconveniences in life, but we don't need a fucking therapist to figure that out for us. We don't need a fucking therapist to help us out with that inconvenience, right? It's just certain adversities in life that we're just going to have to deal with as men, point blank, period. But going back to being a stay-at-home father, man, we're going to leave it at this. There's nothing, if we're looking at it as a whole, in a sense, there's nothing wrong with being a stay-at-home father because, for me, looking at the bright side, he's out here attending to his kids. He's taking care of his kids. But if we're looking at it realistically, man, dude, it's going to be a negative stigma on a man who's not working and who's staying at home with the kids, right? It's going to be a negative stigma. Because what is a man doing staying at home with his kids every day, all day? For me, there will be no reason, right? Besides if you want to be a stay-at-home father. But once again, it has a negative stigma. As a man, you need to be out working, point blank, period. If somebody's going to be sitting at home every single day watching kids, it's going to be the mother, right? It's going to be the caretaker. right? So, like I said, man, it's going to have that negative stigma. Number two, it's going to have that negative stigma. Men are going to be looking at you. Men might not have that respect for you because they're going to be looking at you like, why aren't you working? Why is your woman out here making all the money and you're not? Why don't you even have a job? Then on top of that, men are going to, a lot of people are going to be like, she's probably running that relationship, which more than likely she might be running that relationship. So, and then on top of that, man, like I said, work. As a man, you gotta work. But you know what? Hey, y'all leave me a comment down below and y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, right? Like I said, I would never bash a man who wants to be a stay-at-home father. I would never down a man who wants to be a stay-at-home father. Now, I will look at you with a side eye. I ain't gonna lie. I will kind of be like, no, brother. I will never sit up here and disrespect you or talk down on you just because you want to be a stay-at-home father. But like I said, I will question the shit out of you. But outside of that, man, because like I said, it's a good thing that a man wants to be around his kids, right? Because we have a lot of black women who sit up here and say, oh, well, shit, black men don't take care of their kids. When in fact, 70% of black men take care of their kids, right? Only 30% of black men do not take care of their kids, right? And we're probably going to cut that down in half. Only 15% of black men don't take care of their kids because shit, a lot of times some of them don't want to take care of their kids, or the women are keeping their kids away from the men, right? But like I said, y'all leave me a comment down below. Y'all let me know how y'all feel, man. But y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, and leave me a subscribe.